Hi all, welcome back to the Spruce Gate Modeling. Today will be a start to finish of Tamiya's 135th ISU-152. So we'll start with assembly. Step 1 is pretty simple, assembling wheels and front plate, and here's the yield. So far, average for most kits in general. Now we're going to assemble the lower hull, suspension, stuff like that. And I'm actually very impressed with the kit, even at this point, based on the texturing that's given to some of these things. I'm not sure if you can see it here, but there's very, very well done weld lines here, as well as a nice cast texture, even though it won't really be fully visible in the completed model. So then we're going to attach the suspension arms. The suspension jig is kind of useless because they're already that way. And the fuel cans, I made them and I attached them, but later I ripped them off in favor of some homemade stuff just based on my marking option. So, there's the other side of the road wheels, and I didn't do the road wheels at this point because I wanted to do the tracks. I kept them separate for painting. These are Lincoln length. There's a nice sag jig included. Very nice. Now we're going to move on to the upper superstructure. There's a lot of drilling going on in this step, which, the drill guides are handy, but it's a lot. But you should at least do them for the, for the grab handles. So here you can see the that step completed. There are a little bit of fit problems, but pretty good overall. So here we're going to attach the front and back. Again, very nice texturing on these pieces. There was some fit issues, and I needed to use quite a bit of filler to rectify it. But overall, I'd say this is nice. I also bent the mud guards up because you hardly ever see a tank with straight mud guards. Now we get to do the rear deck assembly. Here we get to use some of the nice photo etch included by Tamiya. Nice and thin, well done, I'd say. And we're moving on to the famous 152mm gun. So here, went together pretty easily. And look at how nicely done the perforated muzzle brake is. Another thing that Tamiya did really, really well here. So now we're going to move on to the manlet assembly, which is, it looks really nice, and the cast texture on this is just amazing. Super, super well done. Very well detailed as well. Much better than the old Zideva kit. So now we're going to attach the upper and lower hulls. Of course, the tracks on mine aren't quite attached yet for painting reasons, and no fit issues there, just little stuff. Here's also some of the tools. I didn't use the wires, again, also based on my marking option. Second to last step, you just attach it all, including the grab handles. And here you can see that. The white piece is a replacement resin piece that I made, and here you can see that I did remove the things based on my marking option, the fuel drums. Last thing is just hatches and the very well-made Dishka machine gun. So here is it. It's primed. Those are the tracks. Again, very well done, I think. And overall, I'd say I'm looking forward to painting this thing. The rear engine thing, done very well. There were some fit issues, but I fixed them. Here's a view over the top. Hatches are well detailed. And so then I'm going to base coat it with dark green and panel fade it with gunship green from Tamiya before masking and painting on the numbers. This is a mixture of airbrushed and hand-painted numbers. Then I'm going to give the whole thing a black wash before doing another layer of highlights, really bring it out. Then I'm going to paint the details. The details, wood gets a medium brown base and then a light brown highlight. Metal is a really dark gray that I then did gunmetal gray over. This is just more detail stuff that I picked out, as well as some streaking that I did with oil paints and AK weathering pencils. So here you can see I've attached the tracks. I added a mud concoction, basically to get it done, to, add some mud. And here is the finished product. It wasn't that hard to get, and I'm very happy with it. The kit is pretty nice. My marking option isn't one included with the kit. It's one from Manchuria in 1945. Thanks for watching. See you next